Amidst the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict, China has adopted a unique approach that differs from other countries. The primary challenge for China lies in balancing its economic relationship with Israel, while simultaneously expressing support for Palestine. Despite valuing the economic benefits of its relationship with Israel, China prioritizes the protection of human rights as well. As a global leader, China has taken on the responsibility of saving lives and providing support to Palestine. This raises an important question. How is China able to manage this intricate balance with apparent ease while the United States continues to face difficulties? Is it a matter of differing approaches or a matter of willingness? In this video, we will explore China's unique approach to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and compare it to the US's approach. Stay tuned till the end to find out if China and the US will collaborate to resolve the Israel-Hamas conflict. China, being a powerful country, has always approached the complex dynamics of the Middle East with caution. Unlike the United States and Russia, China has traditionally avoided direct involvement in the region's conflicts. Instead, it aims to maintain friendly relations with all major powers in the Middle East, including Iran, Israel, and Arab states. China's diplomatic efforts in the Middle East are characterized by a nuanced and multifaceted approach that reflects its commitment to promoting regional stability and development. Central to this approach is China's foreign policy of non-interference, which is rooted in the principle of respecting the sovereignty and internal affairs of other nations. In practical terms, China seeks to cultivate relationships with a diverse range of Middle Eastern countries, with the aim of fostering mutual cooperation and contributing to the region's economic and social progress. This involves engaging with governments and other stakeholders at various levels, including through diplomatic channels, trade partnerships, investment initiatives, and cultural exchanges. At the same time, China is mindful of the complex geopolitical dynamics that shape the Middle East and seeks to navigate these challenges with sensitivity and nuance. This often involves balancing competing interests and priorities and working to build trust and understanding with all parties involved. Overall, China's approach to the Middle East reflects a deep commitment to promoting peace and prosperity in the region, while also recognizing the unique challenges and complexities of this important part of the world. While China engages with a range of Middle Eastern nations, its ties with Israel have evolved into a strategic partnership. Israel, renowned for its technological prowess and innovation, has made significant contributions to China's technological advancements. This partnership serves as a prime example of China's ability to bridge diverse geopolitical landscapes for mutual benefit. The China-Israel technological partnership has flourished in recent years, with both nations reaping the benefits of collaborative ventures across various sectors. Israel's expertise in cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and advanced manufacturing has found a receptive market in China. Chinese companies have made substantial investments in Israeli startups, facilitating a transfer of technology that has propelled China forward in key industries. One notable aspect of the China-Israel partnership is their collaboration in cybersecurity. Israel, internationally recognized for its cutting-edge cybersecurity solutions, has become a valuable ally for China in addressing the growing challenges of cyber threats. Joint research initiatives and technology exchanges have allowed both nations to enhance their capabilities and resilience in the face of evolving cyber risks. China's interest in Israel's technological landscape extends beyond cybersecurity to areas such as artificial intelligence and innovation. Israel's vibrant startup ecosystem, known for its agility and creativity, has attracted significant Chinese investments. This symbiotic relationship enables China to gain access to innovative technologies, while Israel benefits from the vast Chinese market and investment opportunities. Beyond technology, the China-Israel partnership has resulted in mutual economic benefits. Bilateral trade between the two countries has experienced substantial growth, with both nations capitalizing on their respective strengths. China's vast market and economic resources provide lucrative opportunities for Israeli businesses, while Israel's technological expertise enhances China's global competitiveness. While deepening its ties with Israel, China maintains a delicate balance in its relations with other Middle Eastern powers, most notably Iran and Arab states. China's engagement with Iran primarily focuses on economic cooperation, particularly in the energy sector, as China remains a major importer of Iranian oil. Simultaneously, China seeks to foster economic and diplomatic ties with Arab states, positioning itself as a neutral and reliable partner. China's expanding influence in the Middle East, driven by its strategic partnership with Israel, has not been without challenges and criticisms. Some observers raise concerns about China's approach, citing potential risks to regional stability or accusations of prioritizing economic interests over human rights. However, China continues to navigate this complex geopolitical landscape, emphasizing dialogue, cooperation, and its policy of non-interference in the internal affairs of other nations. China's cautious approach and hesitation to fully support Israel in the Israel-Hamas conflict can be attributed to the complex geopolitical dynamics at play, as well as China's historical alignment with the Palestinian cause and its economic interests with Israel. China has positioned itself as a leader of the non-aligned world, advocating for principles such as sovereignty, self-determination, and non-interference in the internal affairs of sovereign states. This historical standing has naturally aligned China with the Palestinian cause, emphasizing its support for the rights and aspirations of the Palestinian people. However, China's relationship with Israel has also grown significantly in recent years, particularly in the technological and economic spheres. Israel's expertise in areas such as cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and advanced manufacturing has found a receptive market in China, fostering a relationship that goes beyond geopolitical considerations. The ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict presents a challenge to China's carefully balanced diplomacy. While China maintains its historical support for the Palestinian cause, its solid relationship with Israel complicates its response to the conflict. China aims to uphold its historical commitments while fostering economic ties with Israel, which have contributed significantly to China's development. In response to the conflict, Chinese leader Xi Jinping called for a ceasefire and advocated for a two-state solution, aligning with the broader international consensus. This reflects China's support for peace and a resolution that respects the rights and aspirations of both Israelis and Palestinians. However, China has been cautious in explicitly condemning Hamas, which has drawn criticism from Israeli officials. China's reluctance to take a more assertive stance can be attributed to its desire to avoid jeopardizing its flourishing economic ties with Israel. China's pragmatic foreign policy often prioritizes economic interests, and it aims to maintain a delicate balance between historical alignments and present-day partnerships. China's response to the Israel-Hamas conflict underscores its commitment to maintaining stability and promoting dialogue. By calling for a ceasefire and a two-state solution, China seeks to align itself with international calls for peace, while avoiding direct confrontation with Israel. This nuanced approach allows China to express concern for the Palestinian cause without jeopardizing its economic engagements with Israel. The criticism from Israeli officials highlights the challenges China faces in reconciling its historical alignment with the Palestinian cause and its economic interests with Israel. China must carefully navigate these complexities to maintain its delicate diplomatic balance and continue its engagements in the Middle East. China's delicate diplomatic balance between its historical alignment with the non-aligned world and its economic ties with Israel is indeed a complex task. The economic engagement between China and Israel extends beyond technological collaboration, encompassing bilateral trade and investment, making it a critical aspect of China's regional foreign policy. A significant shift in China's stance on the Israel-Hamas conflict could potentially impact these economic ties, adding another layer of complexity to the diplomatic situation. China needs to navigate its diplomatic stance carefully to maintain its delicate balance. While China maintains its historical alignment with the Palestinian cause, it also pragmatically nurtures economic ties with Israel. Striking a balance between these two aspects requires nuanced diplomacy. As geopolitical dynamics in the Middle East continue to evolve, China may need to adapt its approach to maintain its delicate balance. China's stance on the Israel-Palestine conflict reveals a strategic divergence from Western support for Israel. While Western nations, particularly the United States, have historically been staunch allies of Israel, China presents an alternative perspective that resonates with the global South, where support for the Palestinian cause remains robust. China's response to the conflict aligns with its narrative that the existing Western-dominated global order requires reshaping. By prioritizing its commitment to human rights, even if it means potentially losing Israel as a friend, China distinguishes itself from the Western narrative and seeks to forge stronger alliances within the global South. China's approach to the Israel-Palestine conflict is part of a broader narrative that challenges the Western-led global order. It contends that the existing global order, shaped by Western powers, prioritizes geopolitical interests over genuine concern for human rights. By championing the Palestinian cause, China aims to reshape the narrative and position itself as a defender of human rights and justice on the international stage. China's readiness to prioritize human rights considerations over traditional alliances signals a shift in its foreign policy strategy. It acknowledges that the Western-led global order may not align with true human rights values and is willing to take a stand that may strain its relationship with Israel. While China's stance comes with inherent risks, including potential strain on its relations with Israel, it demonstrates its commitment to reshaping the global order based on principles it views as just and equitable. China's diplomatic approach to conflict resolution in the Israel-Palestine conflict is rooted in its traditional emphasis on non-interference and peaceful dialogue. China could utilize its diplomatic ties with both Israel and Palestine to facilitate communication and understanding. China's historical alignment with the Palestinian cause and its economic ties with Israel provide a unique position from which to encourage dialogue. Leveraging its economic partnerships, China can encourage stakeholders to prioritize stability and cooperation, creating an environment conducive to diplomatic solutions. In addition, China could advocate for multilateral diplomatic initiatives to address the multifaceted nature of the conflict. This could involve working within existing international frameworks or proposing new ones, engaging key global players and regional organizations to foster collaborative efforts. However, it's important to note that the Israel-Hamas conflict is deeply complex and entrenched, with numerous historical, political, and security considerations at play. Achieving a resolution will require the commitment and cooperation of all parties involved, as well as the support of the international community. While China's diplomatic approach holds potential, there are no guarantees of a quick or easy resolution to the conflict. The challenges and complexities of the situation will require sustained efforts and the involvement of various stakeholders to promote dialogue, understanding, and ultimately, a peaceful resolution. The potential roles of China and the United States in resolving the Israel-Hamas conflict are multifaceted and require a comprehensive approach. China can play a significant role in conflict resolution by utilizing its diplomatic ties with both Israel and Palestine. With its historical alignment with the Palestinian cause and growing economic ties with Israel, China has a unique position to engage both sides and facilitate dialogue, negotiations, and trust building. China can also contribute through humanitarian support. By coordinating or providing assistance to humanitarian initiatives, China can address the immediate needs of affected populations. This approach can help build trust and goodwill, laying the groundwork for broader diplomatic efforts. In addition, China can advocate for multilateral diplomatic initiatives involving regional players, global powers, and international organizations. By engaging in collaborative efforts within existing frameworks or proposing new ones, China can foster a cooperative approach to conflict resolution. The United States, as a global power, can play a crucial role as a mediator and facilitator in the peace process. With its long-standing ties to both Israel and several Arab states, the US can leverage its diplomatic influence and experience in conflict resolution to bring the parties to the negotiating table and bridge differences. The United States needs to prioritize finding a fair and just resolution over its own interests. This requires setting aside considerations that might benefit the US economically or politically and focusing on the well-being of those affected by the conflict. Additionally, the United States can demonstrate international leadership by rallying support and coordinating efforts toward resolving the conflict. Utilizing its influence within international organizations, such as the United Nations, the US can garner support for diplomatic initiatives and create a conducive environment for negotiations. Collaboration between major powers, such as China and the United States, can enhance the likelihood of a successful resolution. By combining their diplomatic efforts, they can bring together their unique perspectives, strengths, and influence to encourage dialogue and compromise between the parties. Both China and the United States can emphasize the importance of human rights in the peace process. By centering their efforts on the well-being and rights of all individuals affected by the conflict, they can contribute to building a more just and sustainable resolution. It's important to acknowledge that the Israel-Hamas conflict is highly complex and deeply rooted, with numerous historical, political, and security considerations. Achieving a resolution will require sustained efforts, compromises from all parties involved, and the support of the international community. While the United States has an important role to play, working together with China could greatly increase the chances of ending the conflict between Israel and Hamas. Even though China and the US have their differences, if they join forces, they have more influence to pressure the parties involved to start talking and find a solution. Cooperating between these powerful countries could be a turning point in finding a long-lasting solution. They can use their strengths to promote open communication and cooperation. China and the United States can use their influence to help with negotiations, address grievances, and find common ground. The goal is to create an environment where talking is more important than fighting. By working together, China and the US can make a joint call for peace. This united message can motivate all parties involved to seek resolutions and avoid further conflict. The weight of a united front may encourage compromises and concessions that can lead to lasting peace. What do you think about China trying to resolve the conflict between Israel and Palestine? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you loved this video, like and subscribe.